Good morning. My name is Dr. Felice Cellini, and I'm blessed and grateful to be in recovery. And this is our Sunday morning Why Wait for Recovery community meeting. Welcome, everybody. We gather here on Sunday morning to have a meeting about recovery. We do obesity recovery. It doesn't really matter what kind of recovery you're working on. I think that probably all of us are working on some kind of recovery, right? Working on getting a little bit better, having a little bit more acceptance and as much of a change in perspective as we possibly can so that we could stay happy and we could stay healthy. And most importantly, learn that stuff, the acceptance and our perspective is actually our choice. And learning that we actually learn how to get happy. And we actually learn how to look at the positive instead of the negative and have acceptance for the things that are happening that we can't change. And so I'm so glad that you guys are here with us this morning. I'm going to start, we haven't been here in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to check in with some friends and see how things are going and see what people would like to talk about. It's Christmas in a couple of days. It was just Hanukkah, so happy holidays to everybody. And I'd like to hear your thoughts about, you guys know you have 15 seconds, right, to complain. I read a whole thing about complaining yesterday online that was very, very interesting, actually, that some psychologist wrote. But so we say we've got 15 seconds to explain what it is our challenge is, and then as long a time as we need to talk about the solution. Talking about the solution is a change in our perspective, and again, it's always going to be what we're working on. So good morning. Andrew, I'm going to get to you last. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? So Karen is moving, and they say, I think they say that moving is like more stressful than divorce or something like that. And maybe you should just move and get divorced at the same time, and then you get it all over with. Because
yeah, we'll move together if we don't kill each other.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Actually, really well. Super busy, as you can imagine, and we are downsizing, and we're giving away and donating and just giving away a lot of stuff. And actually that feels really good. To just to let go, and also to give it to somebody that wants it.
Wow. I have to interrupt you. To let go and to give it to somebody who wants it, right? If we could do that with all of our crap and all of our baggage and just let it go. You know, the stuff that you've collected that you don't need, this is like the best analogy ever, right? The stuff that we've collected that we hold on to, that we don't look at and we don't need, but it's just there like cluttering up our space. To let go of that stuff is very freeing, right?
It is.
Yeah, and it's just like letting go of all the crap that we hold on to in our head. Well, when I was 11, you know, my mom said this, and okay, we could let that go, right? We don't have to react today or act today because of what my next door neighbor's best friend's dog walker said to me when I was 14.
Yeah, and you know, relation between what you just said, stuff that has to and the stuff we're letting go, in that, you know, it was given to us, or we acquired it, we wanted it at the time, but that was in the past. And so right now we don't really want it anymore. It's not serving us, and so we let it go. And the same with the crap that happened in the past, you know, that we are crazy over and still crazy over, but it helps actually to let that go.
Yeah, letting go. So that's wow. And that letting go allows you to change your perspective. So, or you have it doesn't matter which one happens first, right? Right. So you take what you have, you get rid of what you don't need, hold on to the good stuff, right? Right? I'm going to hold on to what's great and what's still serving me. Right? So spiritually, if we hold on to what's great and what's serving us, then we get happy. Right? And like you said, and getting rid of all of that old crap that made you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the physical world and in the spiritual world, that's all the same. So that was like my favorite analogy ever. So I'm so glad that we talked about that. Ever. That's and you're right. That would be like something great to write about.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you have, like 10 seconds in between your 17 hours of packing a day.
In about 3 weeks when I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So, good job you, and good, so when you first talked about the move, you talked about it with a lot of fear.
I was really scared, and as we get into it and to see what we're getting into a little bit more, it's not as scary. I mean, you know, there's life on the other side of that hill, that bridge, and so I think we're going to really go into.
Right, and then we see too, which is so cool, you see that, okay, so we had this fear. Why? Because you didn't know.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
something was going to happen and you didn't know what that something was.
Right.
And in life, you guys, something is always going to happen and we're not going to know what that something is. Right? And the more time we spend, so if you think about how scared you were before you actually made the decision, and then think about right now, right, the unpacking, getting rid of your crop, feeling a lot better, how did that fear serve you?
Oh, it didn't. It kept me immobilized. It kept me from looking forward to the things that were out there to look forward to.
Right, and so you missed the movie, right?
But yes.
Yeah, and so we want to pay attention to that as best as we can to know that that the fear doesn't serve us, and that when we're looking backward, we don't want to look backward to the events in our life and live there, but to reflect back and say, okay, this is how I was feeling. How did that serve me? Oh yeah, it didn't. Let me learn that lesson, that next time, you know, if I walk into whatever is going on with a little bit of faith, for you, for me, you guys, faith is just knowing that the world turns the way that it does. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. Right? My actions and my perspective, I have control over. Otherwise, the world's going to turn the way that it does. And again, if we're going to make up a story, let's make up a good one. So you guys, I say that all the time, but if you were making up a good story, you know what, I'm moving and it's going to be so great because we're going to get everything packed up and it's so beautiful by the lake and it's going to be so much fun, your todays would have been a lot happier. Right? And so looking back at that, Karen's shaking her head. I know that we can't hear her. I'm not sure what's wrong with the sound, you guys. So, okay, it's on your side, yeah. So to reflect back on the past for a few seconds and realize, you know, what worked and what didn't work, and inside of us how it made us feel. That's super important. So let's make sure that we, you know, that what's happened in the past, you guys, those are just stepping stones, right, to make us better today. Right? Not to feel bad about, but just to recognize, okay, that happened, this happened, next time I'm going to work on doing this because it's going to make me happier. Because it's going to allow me to live in today, because it's going to allow me to be of service today. Right? Right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really happy. It's nice to see you smile as opposed to you looking petrified. Yeah, good job, you. Thank you, Karen. I've missed you. Miss Liz.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, talking about making up a better story. So, the last couple weeks I've been struggling with, I don't know if it's my ego or if I'm just like taking things too personally, or I don't know, I'm just kind of like been focusing on the words that my future mother-in-law has been saying, and
can you help me a little bit? Can you help us, because we don't know what those words are, so that I can tell you if it's your ego or if it's something hurtful.
Okay, I definitely know it's not hurtful, but let's see. We went over there for Thanksgiving or something, and we've been talking about getting a kitten, and she made a comment to my fiance, and she's like, well, you know, hasn't Liz seen how small your place is? You don't have room for a cat. And I'm like, seriously, we've been living together for 3 years.
Okay, so what is
Why
that?
are you talking about me in the third person when I'm standing right here?
Okay, and is that about you or about her? Angeli. Angeli and I had a 63-hour conversation yesterday about this. About me and her, by the way. Is this about you or is this about her?
Well, suppose it's about her, although I don't see it.
Yeah, so it is about her. So remember, if I'm judging the size of your apartment and your kitten, which is none of my friggin' business anyway, listen. If you're gonna have 16 children next week and you want me to watch all of them between the ages of 3 days and 30 and have them sleep over and feed them dinner, it's about me. It's about me saying to you, Liz, you know what? You might want to rethink having your 17th child because it's been quite a burden on me. That's about me. My opinion of your cat and your apartment is my opinion. Right? It's not about you. And so how did you respond to and what did it say to you? Because that's all she said was, hasn't Liz seen how little the apartment is? What did that mean to you?
I didn't say anything in the moment.
What did it mean to you? What did you hear in your head?
I don't remember.
Okay, did you hear in your head that, because usually to react to that, did you hear in your head that you're not very smart and you should know a whole lot better than that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, okay, maybe she thinks you're not very smart and you should know better than that. Let's say that that's what she meant. Okay.
Yeah.
That's about her. It's not about who you are. You could have 16 PhDs and an 857,000 square foot house, and her opinion could still be that it's too small to have a kitten and that you're not smart enough to know better. That has nothing to do with you. So remember, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Why do I take things personally, you guys? Somebody help me. Whoever we all read the 4 agreements. Why do we take things personally? Because we believe it. If we don't believe it, if she said to you, don't you know you can't have a cat because you're over 8 feet tall? And when you have a cat and you're over 8 feet tall, the cat gets rabies. What would you say? You would laugh, right? And you would say, maybe she's high. Like, or maybe there's something wrong with her eyes, or maybe she's got a little bit of dementia. Would you get mad if she said, you know what, you're 8'6", and people over 8'6" can't have cats because automatically the cat gets rabies? Would you take it personally?
No.
No, because you don't believe it.
Right.
Because it's not part of your truth. When I'm talking down to you, and let's say I say right now, well, you know what, Liz? Maybe if you did rethink it, maybe you would understand that, unless you have a certain amount of square foot in your house, and where are you going to put the litter box? That's my own crap, man. That doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
And so how to react or act when people, I want suggestions. So Liz's mother-in-law said, you're stupid and you're getting this little cat and it's going to be a pain in the ass, right? What's a great way to react to that, you guys, beside F you and the horse you rode in on? Is there a way to understand, to feel okay, and to have some kind of retort, something that we're going to say back?
I would have said the cat will have all the space she needs. They take up the whole space. It's us that won't have any space.
Okay, so Karen's going to get angry a little. She's going to show her anger.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was A. So give me B. And no, Karen, and Angela, look, Angela's giving me the eyes. You better not be making Karen feel like her answer isn't right because you got your codependent friend here going to stick up for you in a second.
No, I disagree.
I guess that was passive
Oh,
aggressive
good.
humor.
Yes,
That's what I said.
yes,
I
it
just
was.
went first to police. That's passive aggressive.
Okay, so A is to be passive aggressive, which I'm that way a lot. B, somebody give me a B.
B
Yes.
is
Yeah.
thank you for your opinion, but Josh and I, his name's Josh, right? We'll be making this decision.
On our own.
Yeah.
So you're going to defend yourself. You're going to say thank you, and then at the end, you're going to defend yourself. Anybody else have anything to say?
I was
Is that
going to
what
say.
I did?
Yeah.
Well, you're giving a
Yeah.
reason. So you're not defending yourself. You're
Justifying?
you're justifying what you're doing. Thank you. And she's smarter than I am, so she has more words than I do. Yes, do you have a suggestion?
I was going to say
Eamon?
something like, "Thank you. We'll take that into consideration."
Great. Thanks for sharing. Hey, thanks for sharing. Next. That's That's all.
Which one is right?
I don't have to. Well, the one that's right is the one that feels good to you, man. I can't tell you what's right. Although the thanks for sharing when I'm really not mad. So you guys know I do that thanks for sharing passively aggressively. Thank you, Susan, best mom ever, who taught me so many of those things. To be passively aggressive because you're having an ouch, when you change what you're saying on the outside, at least will usually quell the situation. But I understand. Thanks. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for your opinion. That's all. We don't need to dance with that. Karen's going to dance. Well, let me tell you something. The cat's going to have all the room at once. What's going to happen is that we're not going to be able to fit your ass in the house once we have a cat. So don't even think about coming over. Thanks for sharing. That's what Karen meant. Right? Yeah. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for your input. That's all. That's all. It's not about you, Liz. That's her opinion, and that doesn't have anything to do with you. Doesn't mean you're right or wrong. It's just the way that she views the world. Can you give us this is fun. Can you give us another one? This is good, though. Everybody's going to be dealing with their family. We all deal with our family, our friends, our new next door neighbors, or whatever. And changing our actions and our perspective is part of our recovery.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
She's full of them. She's got them all written down.
So, the week of Thanksgiving, she sent us a text message and said, make sure you show up with your Christmas list. And I just kind of look at my fiance and just kind of roll my eyes, and I'm like, seriously? Like, these people, like, she's known you your entire life. She can't just think of something thoughtful to give you. Like, we have to come with lists. It seems so impersonal, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I do my little wish list, and I did it on Amazon, and I sent her the link, and she looks at it, and she texts me back. She's like, wow, what a list. And I'm like...
She asked for it. So first of all, Liz, you a little pissed off?
Yeah.
So let's tell
Why
ourselves...
are you judging my list when you ask?
Your absolute perfect list. Not only didn't she write it down, but she typed it out, put it on Amazon, and sent the link. How dare anyone disrespect that, right? Okay, so let's make up a good story. Go. What's a good story you can make up about that? Do you have a good story you can make up? No. Bonnie, I'm going to get to you last because you know the answer, obviously, because you had to the other one right. Laura, you want to make up a better story? Laura's a fighter. Laura, are you on mute or no?
She's very low.
No.
Okay.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Sorry, I might help Liz, like, bury her deeper.
I know.
So you may not, yeah.
So good. So it's important for you to make up a different story. So can you make up a different story, please? Or you want me to go back to you?
Okay. I gotta make up a different story. So your mother-in-law just really wants to get it right. Mm-hmm. She really, really wants to do a good job, Liz, because she just loves you and she wants you to get the best Christmas gift you could ever get. And it takes her a while to get there, so she's just working really hard.
Okay, so that's a good story. Hey,
Yeah,
you know what? She kind of cares about the present thing. It's important to her. She doesn't want to give you a bunch of stuff that you're going to throw away. She'd like for you to have something that you really need. And so if you tell me what you need, I'm going to buy it for you. So that's kind of cool, right? Right? Or maybe she has, and even like Laura said, maybe she's got a little bit of a challenge, figuring it out. And so it gives you a chance to be helpful and to be of service, right? Without getting angry. And then you're going to get something really cool that you wanted anyway that you're going to buy for yourself. So now you have an extra $20 or $2,000 or whatever it was to spend on something else. Why did it make you angry?
I don't know. I was uncomfortable doing it in the first place.
Okay, why? Why are you uncomfortable doing it? Somebody said, I want to buy you a present. Tell me what it is that you want. What about them makes you uncomfortable, Angeli?
You don't think you're worth it.
Yeah, thank you. You want to speak up?
Yeah, you don't think you're worth like a gift from someone else.
Or the time, or, right? You used to
Yeah.
have a problem with me buying you stuff when I first met you. Why is she buying this? What does she want from me? What is she? Nothing, man. I'm buying you new clothes. Go with it. Deal. We're at Macy's. It's what I do. Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's one of my love languages, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's gift giving. So, yeah. So what was the challenge with writing the list?
I just have it in my head that it's just not very thoughtful.
Okay, so how about if we have it in your head that it's super thoughtful? How many times on Christmas, you guys, we have, you get a bunch of presents from people, right? For me, there are things that people spend money on that they give to me that were $100. And I would have rather had an $8 movie ticket. Because the $100 item, it was really nice that they spent the money, but I'm never going to use it. But I would go to the movie. And so if somebody said to me, I'm going to spend $100 on you, I'd ask for a gift card and some movie tickets. And I'd have something functional and fun that I would love to have. So what's not thoughtful? If I'm asking you, if I called you and I said, you know what, baby, I'm going to spend $1,000 on a gift for you right now, and I'd like to know what you would love to have. Would you
I would
hear?
say, don't spend $1,000.
Why? Why? This part's important. Why would you tell me not to spend $1,000 if I want to spend $1,000 buying you a gift? Why not?
Because there are other people that need it more.
No. But again, this is about your self-worth. If I say I'm going to spend $1,000 on you today, what would you like? I'm saying, you know what? I worked hard for that money, and I'm thinking about you today, and I want to give you a gift. So I want everybody to learn how to say, thank you so much. First of all, when I give you a gift, it's an exchange of positive energy. Every time we say, oh, you shouldn't have. I didn't get you a gift back, right, Emma? You shouldn't have. Oh, no. Oh. Whatever. Say thanks. I love presents. People give me presents. I'm like, I love presents. Thank you. That was so cool that you thought of me. Yeah, I am worth it in your life. You want to spend $1,000 on me and buy me a present? I'll give you a list. I'll tell you exactly what I want. I don't apologize for the amount of money that I make an hour because I'm worth it. I don't apologize if you want to give me a gift because I'm worth it. Took me a long time to get that, you guys. A long time to say, hey, thank you so much for thinking of me, for spending your time, which for me is just as important as any money anybody's spending, right? Spending your time making the money, spending the time thinking about me, and spending your cash on me. Thank you so much for that. I deserve that. We're friends. You know? If I had it, I'd give it back to you. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I want you to work on changing your perspective about your self-worth and about the things that you tell yourself. And if you want to do that privately, I'm expensive and I'd be happy to do it with you. I'm not kidding. And I am worth it. Liz, are you a good person?
Yes.
Are you a caring person?
Yes.
Yeah, you love your hubby?
Yeah.
You're gonna love your kitten?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. Be kind, do your best to do your best, and say thank you. And know that you deserve it, that you're deserving of other people's time and their cash.
Okay.
Anybody have anything to say about that?
I'd like to
Hi.
add a hi. Good morning, everybody. So Liz, I'm gonna expand upon what you just shared. And we talked about this last night about this situation where some root beer friends. We exchanged gifts.
Mm-hmm.
For the past couple months,
Uh-huh.
they've been asking, Chris, I don't know what to get you for Christmas.
Okay.
What do you need? And I'm like, don't give me anything. Your friendship is enough. I don't need anything.
So you're telling them, they're saying, I'd like to give you a hug, and you're saying, no, just loving you, the fact that you love me is enough, I don't want you to hug me.